Bryan, he's the portfolio manager of the Gamco Gold Fund, which has $600 million in assets. According to Bloomberg's internal information, the Gamco Gold Fund has been deemed a Bloomberg best in class for its overall performance as a sector fund. Caesar, good to have you with us. So, Goldman putting out these mixed signals on gold. What's your view?
Well, I'm sure you have to ask Goldman, but it's just part of freedom of thought, I would think.
Oh, no. I mean, but not about Goldman and whether or not they did it right. But your view on gold, is it going up or down?
I think we're in a multi-year bull market, so, I'm not in the business of a short-term call. Right. I think the prices are going to go up.
Why?
Well, I think there's tremendous uncertainty, and the recovery is spotty, and the reaction from central banks, governments around the world is now differing. So with that uncertainty, I think gold is now the new old asset.
The new old asset, right. And you have seen a lot of this safe haven buying. I mean, Sheila was just telling us that it's hitting a 7-week high. But you're seeing some slight retracement. Every time it kind of goes up, it slightly retraces.
Yeah, we're in a little bit of a trading range over the last few months, but I don't think that's anything to be concerned about.
Okay. Okay, so beyond physical gold, though, and the sort of, and by the way, with gold, though, does it still have that huge relation with the dollar or not?
From time to time, I think it's a relationship with all currencies. The dollar is just one of many currencies.
Right,
now.
But it was pretty strong, though, throughout this crisis.
Yes,
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so moving on from physical gold then to gold stocks. Looking at the supply-demand situation, what's the best place to invest?
Well, I mean, we manage a gold stock portfolio. We think gold equities actually represent a great opportunity right now. We just don't think they've kept up with the price of gold. This is a sector that hasn't been very profitable, but now with higher gold prices, they're becoming quite profitable. And that we don't think has been recognized by the market.
And why not?
Well, I think people are fearful of all equities.
Okay, so it's just overall market sentiment?
I think so. And investors have been keen to actually buy the physical gold. But we now think that in a gold portfolio, you should have bullion and the equities.
Right, and that's a fair point, because if you're going to be worried about the economy, then you may as well just buy the physical gold. What's the attractiveness of buying gold equities then, or gold stocks, and its valuation?
It's valuation and growth, and we think in a higher gold price environment, these companies are going to generate a lot of cash flow, which they will then return to investors, which will be something new to investors. Investors are looking for income, and this is where they could get it. Right,
and speaking about valuations, we saw earlier this week this attempted takeover by BHP of on potash. We're not talking about gold there specifically, obviously, but it's this whole resource sector. I mean, some say it's kind of a turning point for this sector, and that we're going to see more M&A deals.
Yes, I'm sure that's right. The credit market's a little bit more friendly. Prices are pretty good, and we've actually seen 2 decent-sized deals in the gold sector. Kinross offering to buy Redback, and Newcrest buying Lihir in Australia.